Want new investment ideas? I'll let you in on a little secret. Follow the investment portfolios of great ambassadors. Laws in the US require large investors to show the world every US stock they buy and sell. This gives the average investor a great resource for potential new investment ideas, but large investors hate it because it forces them to give away their best investment ideas. Here are stocks Warren Buffett keeps buying. Number 1. Ally Financial. The stock of Ally Financial is one that Warren Buffett's company Berkshire Hathaway recently purchased in large quantities. Berkshire now owns 30 million shares of the company after Buffett purchased an additional 21 million. As a quick aside, the approximate $1 billion value of the stake as of the creation of this corresponds to a stake worth 9.7% of the entire company. Despite owning almost 10% of the company's stock, this position represents less than 0.3% of Buffett's entire portfolio, demonstrating the size of Berkshire Hathaway's stock holdings. Ally Financial offers financial services such as car finance, online banking through a direct bank, corporate lending, vehicle insurance, mortgage loans, and an electronic trading platform to trade financial assets. Ally Financial used to be a part of General Motors, which sold it during the Great Recession. The stock price of Ally Financial has been struggling so far this year. The stock price is down around 35% from a high in January. In typical Buffett fashion, he is using that weakness to add to his position. It is no secret why Buffett would like this name. Ally has a dominant position in the automotive lending space, an industry that has been around for 100 years. In the last year, the company has repurchased nearly $1.2 billion in stock. In the last 6 months, the company repurchased roughly 10% of the outstanding shares at the end of 2021. Buffett is a big fan of companies repurchasing shares. Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway owns nearly 10% of Ally. Large share repurchases by the company quickly increased his stake. Given Buffett's already large stake in the company, it will be interesting to see if he continues to buy or if he eventually attempts to purchase the entire company. Number 2. Occidental Petroleum Corp. Occidental Petroleum is one of the most important oil and gas businesses in the United States, and oil and gas stocks have been among the best performers on the market in 2022. Buffett became an investor in Occidental Petroleum in 2019, the same year that Berkshire became a member of the financing team that made it possible for Occidental to complete its $38 billion acquisition of Anadarko Petroleum. The most recent 13F filing that took place this week revealed that Berkshire's stake in Occidental has increased to more than 194.4 million shares, which positions it as Buffett's sixth largest stock holding. The filing was made public this week. There is an approximate $11.9 billion worth of value associated with these shares. In addition, Berkshire owns 83.9 million warrants that, if the company so chooses, can be converted into Occidental common stock at a price of $59.62 per share by exchanging the warrants for Occidental common stock. Number 3. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Co. Limited. The element of Berkshire's 13F filing for the third quarter that took everyone by the most surprise was the semiconductor foundry Taiwan Semiconductor. This was due to the fact that Taiwan Semiconductor had been a competitor of Berkshire. Before Berkshire made the filing on November 14th, Taiwan Semiconductor shares had already dropped by 39.5% since the beginning of the year. The global market for semiconductors has been experiencing a lot of difficulty recently, which led to this decline. The announcement that new restrictions would be placed on the export of advanced chips to China made by the United States Department of Commerce in October had a negative impact on investor sentiment regarding the stock market for companies that manufacture semiconducting components. It would appear that Warren Buffett sees the unpredictability of geopolitical events as a possible buying opportunity. Berkshire made its first investment in TSM during the third quarter by purchasing more than 60 million shares of the company's stock. These shares have a combined market value of approximately $4.1 billion at the time of purchase. This was Berkshire's first investment in TSM. One of the top 10 largest holdings of public stock that Berkshire Hathaway currently possesses is Taiwan Semiconductor, which was recently added to the Berkshire Hathaway portfolio. Number 4. Chevron Corp. In the last 3 months of the year 2020, Warren Buffett made his first investment in Chevron, which at the time was the most important oil company in the United States. Since that time, the oil industry has been going through a continuous cycle of highs and lows, much like a roller coaster ride. During the first and second quarters of the year 2021, Warren Buffett disposed of a portion of his holdings in Chevron. However, in 2022, the price of crude oil skyrocketed to levels that had not been seen in the preceding 13 years as a result of a worldwide energy crisis and Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In response, Buffett increased the amount of money he invested in Chevron during the first and second quarters of the year, and then during the third quarter, he bought more than 3.9 million additional shares. As a result, his overall stake in the company increased to 165.4 million shares, bringing its value to approximately $23.8 billion. Number 5. Louisiana Pacific Corp. In addition to oriented strand board, siding, and other engineered wood products, Louisiana Pacific, a company that specializes in the production of forest products, offers a variety of other products as well. The company faces a significant risk from the housing market in the United States, which has been suffering from a significant slowdown in 2022 as a direct result of the increase in interest rates. Buffett may view the stock as a play on an eventual rebound in the housing market, and it is attractively valued at just 13 times forward earnings. It is possible that Buffett sees the stock as a wager on the eventual recovery of the housing market as well. Another one of Buffett's brand new investments that he made during the third quarter was in Louisiana Pacific. Buffett made this investment at the beginning of the quarter. During the time period under consideration, Berkshire was able to acquire approximately 5.8 million shares of LPX stock, which corresponds to an investment of approximately $296.7 million. Number 6. Paramount Global. In 2019, the entertainment divisions of Viacom and CBS merged, resulting in the formation of the multinational entertainment conglomerate known as Paramount Global. The company owns the film and television studios known as Paramount Pictures, as well as television networks such as CBS and Comedy Central, as well as the streaming platforms known as Paramount Plus, Showtime OTT, and Pluto TV. Another investment that exemplifies Buffett's value strategy is Paramount, which is currently trading at just 14.5 times forward earnings and 0.4 times sales. This indicates that Paramount is a good value for investors. Berkshire increased its stake in Paramount by 16% during the third quarter, bringing the total number of shares it owns in the company to more than 91.2 million, with a value of approximately $1.7 billion. Berkshire Hathaway Inc. is currently the largest shareholder at Paramount, holding approximately 13% of the company's shares. This puts the company in the position it has held for some time. Number 7. Jefferies Financial Group Incorporated. During the third quarter, the only stock in the financial sector that Buffett purchased was that of Jefferies Financial, which is a diversified banking, financial services, and asset management company. Jefferies Financial was the only company in which Buffett made any purchases. Following a prosperous year for investment banking in 2021, shares of Jefferies have performed admirably despite the difficult conditions that investment banks have faced in 2022, falling by only 2.9% up until November 15th of this year. Buffett opened up a brand new position in Jefferies Financial during the third quarter by purchasing 433,558 shares of the company's stock for a total cost of $12.8 million. This transaction is regarded as a relatively low-risk investment for Berkshire, given the size of the company's overall portfolio. Investors, on the other hand, have no reason to be surprised if Buffett decides to increase the size of his investment in Jefferies during the fourth quarter and beyond. They ought to have this kind of expectation when dealing with Buffett. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.